I was sitting on my computer editing the other day and started going through my Instagram messages, and I seen this message pop up right here. Something huge on Facebook Marketplace that I don't have in my Dragon Ball collection that I want, I have to have it. The thing is, that thing is all the way in Indianapolis, Indiana, 10 hours away, which means we're gonna have to drive over 1,000 miles to get it. Let's get on the road. And of course, while we're traveling, we're gonna be stopping at stores along the way to buy anything Dragon Ball that we see that we don't already have in our massive collection. First stop of the day was a Target to look for the new Dragon Star Super Saiyan 3 Goku we were missing. We didn't find that, but I did notice these brand new little Dragon Ball Daima minifigures, which I'd never seen before anywhere. So of course I did the most logical thing and grabbed every single one of them on the shelf, which of course was 5, and there's 6 total figures that we need. So let's hope we don't get any duplicates in the 5 we bought. Box number 1. Can't get a duplicate on the first one. That's always the positive. We have with us Daima Goku. Okay. Let's go to box number 2. Come on, no duplicates, no duplicates, no duplicates. Vegeta, 2 for 2. Okay, I'm liking our odds here. Box number 3. Come on, no duplicates, no duplicates. Oh, Piccolo. Okay, 3 for 3, 3 for 3. 2 more. Ready? No duplicate. Oh, that didn't want to open.
We got the first 3 like right
now. I know. Is this gonna be Boo? Ah, there's Goku. Duplicate. And then we have here this one, no duplicate, no duplicate, no duplicate. Boo!
Nice.
4 out of 5, not bad. We still need 2 more to go. Next, we went into a Five Below, who doesn't have the largest Dragon Ball section, but they do sometimes carry the little Flash figures, which they did have. Unfortunately, they didn't have any that we didn't already have in our collection. Other than these Flash figures, the only other Dragon Ball item I've seen in the entire shop was some of the energy drinks, which we already have as well. Next, we went to a Marshall's, because they sometimes have the modern day statues marked down very low, and they had one Daima Vegeta, and that's it, that we already have. Next, we went to a GameStop. First thing we saw was some of the older keychains that I thought was a new pack at first, and realized it was one that we had already completed, but they did actually have the new Daima Supreme Kai figure that I didn't have in my collection yet, so I grabbed him and took him home. Next, we went to another Target to again look for that Super Saiyan 3 Goku and try to find more of those Daima boxes so that we could complete the set, and unfortunately they had a bunch of SH figure arts that we already had and a few other Dragon Ball figures, but they didn't have nothing what we were looking for, so that one was a complete bust. Next, we went into Second and Charles, which is a big buy-sell trade store, so they could have literally anything. Of course, we checked the Funko Pops and they didn't have anything we didn't already have, but they did have these cool old school mystery Dragon Ball figures that I hadn't seen in a long time. Unfortunately, we had completed that set a long time ago, but it was still kind of cool to see them in person again. They did have a bunch of other random Dragon Ball stuff all over the place, all kinds of different categories, but unfortunately everything they had we already had in our collection, so once again this Second and Charles was a complete bust. Next, we went into one of those indoor flea market type stores that have lots of individual vendors set up all selling their own stuff. So these ones are fun because everybody has different inventory, but they're also very annoying because it feels like you can search there for hours and still miss something. So we tried our best to look through all the stores, found all kinds of cool Dragon Ball stuff, but as usual, not one single item that we didn't already have in our collection. Next, we went to a different Second and Charles location to see if anything had been traded in Dragon Ball since the last time we've been here, and again, they had a very nice selection from SH figure arts to Kuji boxes to all kinds of cool Dragon Ball stuff. I love looking at it, even though 99% of the time, this time is no different. We had every single thing that they had. It's always fun to go find in the wild. Next, we went into another GameStop to see if they had anything different from the first GameStop. They had a lot of the little mini pops, which we'd already gotten, and they had a bunch of anime statues. A couple of them were Dragon Ball, but just not many of them were. And unfortunately, once again, they didn't have anything in that store that we didn't already have in our collection. Next, we went into a much larger Target again, hoping to find that Super Saiyan 3 Goku and more of those Daima figures, but their little anime section had been torn apart. There was very little Dragon Ball left at all, and they didn't have either the Super Saiyan 3 Goku or the Daima figures or nothing else that we didn't already have in our collection. At this point, we were kind of targeting Targets just to find what we wanted, and this Target was a gift from the gods above. We found the Yamcha Target exclusive that was just released, and then we immediately found an entire set of those Dragon Ball Daima figures, 6 of them. I bought all 6 of them just to make sure we can complete this set, and then sitting at the top all by his lonesome, one of those Super Saiyan 3 Target exclusive Goku sitting there, one left, all by himself, just waiting for me to grab him. 6 more figures. We literally only need Goma and Goku with the power pole. That's it. We need 2. We have 6 chances to get these 2. Come on, be good to me, be good to me. Oh my gosh, that's a duplicate. Come on, be good to me, be good to me, be good to me. That's a duplicate. No, come on. Be good to me, be good to me, be good to me. Please, please, please. Goma. Hey. Okay, we got Goma. We're in the right direction now. We just need Goku with the power pole. The one that's nice and plastered on the front of the box. We just need that one. Be good to us, be good to us, be good to us, be good to us. No! We have 2 chances left. Give me my Goku. Give me my Goku. Please. No!
Oh gosh.
This is the last one. I need you to be Goku with the power pole. Guys, if you haven't left this video a thumbs up yet, can you do that and hit that subscribe button for us? We're getting really close to 80,000 Dragon Ball fans on this channel, and I want to hit it. Please. Please. No! We still need more. Next, we went into Hobby Lobby because I'd seen in the Dragon Ball group they had a Goku and a Nimbus wall hanger, so I didn't even really know where to look for. But when we walked into the aisle, I saw him sitting right there waiting for me. This thing's pretty sick, and I was so glad they actually had one. Next, we went into GameStop again to see if there's any Dragon Ball stuff in here, and I've seen all kinds of new stuff all over the wall. They were advertising all kinds of new figures, but just very little of it was actually Dragon Ball. We searched around, tried to find stuff, ended up finding a little tiny section in the back that had a few figures, but unfortunately they just didn't have anything that we didn't already have. Next, it was time to go into Five Below again to see if we could find anything different, because I had seen a little cup with chopsticks on it that Five Below was carrying and nobody else was, so I went in to look for that. Again, I seen the Flash figures. They always have the Flash figures. We found some of the mini Funko Pops in there, but we had already had them. And just as I was leaving, on the complete opposite side of the store, they actually had the freaking Goku bowl that I was looking for with the chopsticks, not with any of the other anime stuff. I forgot to take the phone inside Hobby Lobby, but I was looking for this because I seen it on Facebook and they had one in stock at Hobby Lobby. That is such a sick sign. I can't wait to put it up. Next, we went to the Factory Antique Mall in Verona, Virginia, which is the largest indoor booth store in America at over 150,000 square feet. And I literally only found these 2 Dragon Ball figures, which we got years ago. That was very disappointing. We went into another antique mall booth type store, and they really only had one section that was focused on modern toys. They didn't really have anything old school Dragon Ball wise, but they did have some of the newer Dragon Ball stuff. But again, we had all of it in our collection, unfortunately. Now we have so much of the modern Dragon Ball stuff that I really just felt that our best chance at finding stuff we don't have are going to these antique stores that have old school stuff and just hoping to find some old school Dragon Ball stuff, because it's just so hard to find modern stuff that we don't have. So we checked another one and all they had was VHSs. And just as I got done talking about not having modern stuff, we went into another Target and they actually had the brand new Dragon Stars Jiren and Goku 2-pack that I was looking for. Right next to that Target was another GameStop, so we figured why not take another chance. Went into GameStop, looked around, actually saw quite a few things that we don't usually find at GameStop, which was cool, but as usual, they did not have one single item that we did not already have inside our collection.
Just picked up the big U-Haul to pick up a big monster. Whoa.
He's taller than me.
That's crazy.
And the Kid Boos and other Kid Boo and Fat Boo.
That's awesome.
That's sick. We have the mini version of this one and this one. I could not get over the size of this Super Boo. 7 feet tall, absolutely massive. Now began the terrifying part of taking this guy apart and trying to put him back in his package. These guys are made of resin and are extremely fragile. One drop to the ground, thousands of dollars in the trash.
Got the legs in the truck.
Due to the sheer size of this figure, we literally could not navigate him around the house corners without taking him out of the package and carrying him like this. So this was absolutely terrifying, but we got under the truck safely.
Now we're waiting for the rest of the styrofoam to come down so we can finish getting his torso and the base in. No, this way. Yep, so his little antenna gets protected down there.
Is it in there?
Yep, it's in there.
Bag secured, 7 foot tall, life-size Super Boo. Absolutely insane. Now we have 10.5 hours to go to get home. Don't you love when you stop at a Walmart in the absolute middle of nowhere? We didn't even bring a phone in, right? We're in the middle of West Virginia because we needed to get some stuff, and sure enough, they have the new Daima Goku SH figure arts in the box. Didn't even get to film getting it, but hey, I'll take it. Now, after transporting Boo over 10 hours in a U-Haul full of other stuff, it was time to take him apart and make sure that he had not broken underneath the weight of everything else. Look at this monster, 7 feet tall. Keep in mind, I'm 6'5". He makes me look like a dwarf. This is how I feel if I went on like an NBA court. Normally, I feel tall, like, you know what I mean? Walk around average size guys like this, you're like, I'm a pretty big guy. Then you walk up to the NBA court and you're like, I'm kind of a small fry. That is the biggest guy in the entire collection now. Look at that, only 33 of these in the entire world. We got number 24 out of 33. Absolute monster, by far the biggest item in our entire collection of almost 7,000 different Dragon Ball items. I'm so happy we got him. If you thought Frieza was a small fry before, now he looks like a super small fry, man. Look at the size difference between these two. But anyway, guys, that was so much fun. I'm so happy to add this guy to the collection. Remember, growing up is giving up. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and until next time, peace out.